Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Sonata Springs, where everything is doing very well, actually. Our park is pretty successful. We still have the remainder of year 3 to go, and we have already met our objective, I believe. I think we only needed 900 guests. Yeah, 900 guests, year 3, park rating 600. Our park rating is what, 970 something, 968. So we're doing very, very well. I wanted to spruce our park up a little bit, and I've spent a little time prior to this episode looking at the, it was actually just the title screen and watching, oh my goodness. Why does this water slide have so many issues? Anyway, I spent a little time looking at just the title screen, and I was watching it roll by, and I saw a couple things that were done for some rides, and I thought they would be kind of cool to try doing, or to start, at least keeping in the back of our minds as we go through and we build things in this park. One of those things was using the land as decoration. And I'm trying to find a spot to kind of demonstrate that. And it's difficult to do. Let's try doing it. I don't know. We might not be able to do it in this park, but I'll definitely clarify what I mean by that. Like there were some parks in the little demo intro that they had risen the land up. They raised it up quite a few tiles in like a 3x3 area, and then put path on the top and put even more land on top of that, so it looked almost like a patio inside a building. And then they used some of these different textures to make it look like a rooftop, or like this kind of looks like shingles. I don't know what it's actually called. Let's see if the tooltip pops up. Gray rocky land roofing tiles. Yeah, so they actually are intended for that. So brown dirt and clumps of grass. I don't think I've ever used that. Guests are complaining. Where are you guys at? Are my handymen not doing a good enough job? It does not appear that they are. We've got plenty of money. Let's go ahead and just hire about 10 more handymen just to cover all of that. And I'll be back with you guys once I'm done placing all these guys. Okay, all of our handymen have now been placed. I didn't give any of them assigned walkways, but hopefully that helps a little bit. We did hire 10 more after all, so hopefully that'll do the trick. Ooh, anytime they have to hammer like that, it's usually a bad breakdown. Station break failure. Yeah, whenever you hear that hammer noise, I think that's what it indicates. On a log flume, not a big deal, but as we've seen all too many times, it can be a killer accident, quite literally. So let's go ahead, and I want to try building, I don't know why I just rotated my view. I want to try building something back here, and I'm thinking ooh, we just got an observation tower. Before we get to that, we'll do the observation tower, because I think these things are so cool. And what if we could do it out on this island? There's really no good way to get it there without it looking hideous, though. So we won't do that after all, but we will try and put this right there. I think that's good. And we'll do a really short entrance and a really short exit. We're actually going to make this not quite max, but pretty close to it. I think that's good. We'll do the entrance over here, exit right there. That tree's going to have to go. Actually, let's swap those, because if I do an exit tile there, it's going to be a 2x2 block of exit. But if I do it right here, I'll have one thing of line and one thing of exit. So let's change that up. So the entrance, exit. There we go. Okay. I didn't think that through before starting to actually do it, but that works. Okay, so we'll just open Tower 1. Let me find the mechanic before I forget. I seem to be doing that quite a bit. Log flumes, water slide boat hire should be able to cover it. He's pretty close. There we go. And we don't have anyone. I'm glad the merry-go-round hasn't, or not merry-go-round, Ferris wheel hasn't broken down, because we forgot to hire someone to cover that as well. Okay, That's good for that. This is kind of ugly. I don't really like this. Let's do that green. What if we do green and white? That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. A gray base and then that same green. And then how ugly is that going to look? Not horribly ugly. Tower 1 is now done. And treble tower. I like it. Okay. Treble is a... Oh man, how do I... Music can be written in either treble clef or bass clef. It's basically like two different languages of music, I guess. If you can read one, you can't necessarily always read the other. It takes a little practice to be able to read both. But yeah, that's what that is. We've got bumper cars as well, but let's go ahead and build something slightly more exciting, because as fun as bumper cars is, I love building them, but I know it's not the most exciting thing to watch me not even build, just place down and call it done. Where can I do this? I'm trying to keep it in this section here. How well that will work, I don't know. And I don't think we need a super long station. These cars, or whatever you'd call them, mice or mine carts, are so short that you can usually fit 12 on a fairly short piece of station. And that's the max you can do anyway. So again, we're going to do the entrance and exit kind of beforehand here. So we'll actually do it. It's going to be quite the entrance. And then the exit will also be... I don't know. We'll see how ugly this looks. Because I don't want it to... I don't know. I don't want it to be in the way of our ride building. So that's not going to work. We're going to have to get rid of... Or not get rid of, but adjust the land slightly. There we go. And then that can go like that and like that. And it maintains its beautimacy. It's a word. Don't question me. Okay. And then this, we're probably going to have to take the ride underneath it at some point. So I do want to leave this, I guess, at this height. Can we actually avoid those trees? We can. But we're not going to be able to avoid these other ones. So these two are going to go bye-bye. And then we need to be lowering this a little bit earlier. So we'll lower it once here. And then we should be able to take it all the way down to connect up to the path. So that is a very long line. I probably shouldn't make it that long. But that's okay. Why are people deciding to throw up right outside the bathroom? Every time I see a lot of throw up, I know this is only 2, but every time I see only 2, it's awful. It's always right next to the restroom. I don't understand it. Just walk 2 feet and use the facilities. How hard is that to do? Okay, back to building this thing. Okay, so that station platform should be long enough. And we're going to have some trees to contest with here. And I don't want to... I don't know how this is going to come out. We've got a lot of space to work with, really. It looks pretty hectic, but there actually is a lot of real estate we could use. I wanted to try keeping it in this area, but now that I have my footpaths all laid out, it's kind of... Is that too high for supports? Jeez. Oh, man. This can't go very tall. That's okay. We'll drop it down a little bit. Or a lot bit. We're already back to what we started at. Okay. I have difficulty making these type of rides, and I don't know why. I guess it's just a completely different style of building than what I'm used to. If that makes sense. This doesn't build at all like a normal roller coaster does. but I don't know. It's something I'll have to try and get used to. But today, so far, it is still pretty early, at least pretty early for me, in the AM. I went for a run this morning. It was fantastic. The weather has gotten quite a bit better since the last time I ran. Also, last time I ran, I think it was like noon. This time it was about 8:30. So that definitely makes for better runs when you wake up early and the weather is so much nicer. But I've been listening to music pretty much since I woke up to the time or till I started recording this. And I wish I could play music right now in this episode, but copyright is a thing. And I don't like copyright. Not at all. I was having a conversation with my roommate last night about music and just copyright and how we wish all music was free. And it's not that we're cheap and don't want to pay for music. I mean, that's part of it. Don't get me wrong. But there are some artists, and let me back up. So he has I don't know if you'd call it a philosophy or just his opinion, but he thinks that all music should be free and that artists should make all of their revenue from concerts. You should be a good enough performer, or you should be, I don't know, you should make your money from people wanting to see you because of how good you are. And you should treat your music as sort of like advertising. So people aren't going to know who you are or how good you are unless they hear your music. And is this footpath in the way? Is it the tree? And so people aren't going to have the ability to hear your music if they have to pay to hear it. And yeah, I know there's things like Spotify and YouTube, and you can go on there and look up music that's free, even though sometimes you have to pay for the subscriptions or whatnot, whether you're doing Spotify or YouTube Red or SoundCloud or any of the premium versions of any of that stuff. But I totally agree with that. I would love to have free music, and not just because it's free, but because I think it would make me want to go see these artists more. Like I have a lot more respect for artists that put their music out for free to get people to want to go to their concerts. And I know not everyone would do that, and I'm sure that's why that labels don't allow their musicians to do that, or producers to do that. But still, a man can dream, can't he? Alright, so that's going to be in our way, and if I flatten out, the land's going to be in our way. So we'll actually do a steep chain here, if I can, and flatten it back out. Ooh, can I go over this? I can. That's kind of cool. But yeah, those are my thoughts on music. I'd love to be playing music right now for you guys, but again, copyright, I can't. Because I listened to music on my run this morning. I listened to some music while cooking breakfast on my phone. I Bluetoothed my phone to my Bluetooth speaker that I have, which I absolutely love. It's a JBL Charge 2 Plus. It is so cool looking. It's got these little, the drivers for the bass are on the side. And so whenever it's pumping out bass, it looks really cool because you can see the drivers like vibrating or pulsating in and out. But yeah, and I literally played music even in I always do a mic check just to make sure everything's recording properly before I actually hit record. And so even during that mic check, I had music going on, and I literally hit stop and then 2 seconds later hit record because I like me some music, and today I was in the mood for it. So let's go ahead and test RollerCoaster 1 to some music. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I think that was good. It wasn't too crazy. And I always like doing the mouse cars. The mine trucks just aren't as fun, in my opinion, unless I like do a mining theme. Do we have test results? We do. Okay. I'm surprised that's as intense as it is. I'm not sure why. It might have been... Where was it? It's probably all this, to be honest. That was going around those turns pretty quick. That's probably what caused that. But anyway, we can charge $7 for this. Okay, and we need to name this and paint it and do all of our normal stuff. 705, perfect. Roller Coaster 1. Mouse. I've got the musical term in mind. I wanted to use the word minuet. I don't know. I like these words. They're so elegant. Everything in music, it's just so elegant sounding. Mouse. Minuet mouse. Mini Mouse Minuet. There we go. You got the min. It works. Mini Mouse Minuet. I like it. Okay. And for the paint job, what should we do? I do like making it look like a mouse. I think that's kind of cool. Except we're going to do gray mice this time with white. I don't know. I would never do like a blue mouse or a hot pink mouse. I might. Don't quote me on that. It's a very good possibility I could do something like that. But for the time being, no. And then the paint job, I don't like that color brown. What is that? Oh my gosh, no. That is, oh. I'm trying some different colors just to see what it looks like. I don't usually experiment too much with support colors. But, yeah, it's just so much of the same color. It's not as bad when it's a lighter color. But, okay, that's not horrible. And the only other color I can change is that. Does that look good? I can't tell. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments if that looks good or not. If it doesn't, then that's fine. Also, I realized that a lot of you, shout out to Carson and Nicola, a lot of you are watching these way later, or way after the fact. What am I trying to say? Way later than the day I recorded them. So by the time I record the next episode, it's going to be weeks past. So I don't always get the chance to take your suggestions into account because I'm done with the park by the time I receive them. So, okay, Mini Mouse Minuet is now complete. We'll wait for full load because the full load is 2 people. And then I think we're done on this thing. Do we need some music in this portion of our park? That's broken down. So I think I actually might keep the Wild West as well, just to spread that same song throughout. I think when you have 2 rides playing the same music, they don't get awful sounding. They play at the exact same time. Yeah. I think so, at least. Actually, we'll do something different. This is far enough away that we can change it up. What would be good? Ragtime? It is so hard to hear this. That's kind of fun. It's very difficult to hear, but I like that. There we go. I don't know if I've ever heard that music in this game before. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's get a mechanic. Oh, perfect. He's already right here. River Rapids is now covering that. Perfect. And what week is it? Month is it? July? So if we finish out July, we've got August, September, October next time, and then a little bit more when we demo our park after that. So we're going to do one more small thing to end this episode. And I don't know if we have a flat enough space to do a hedge maze. I don't like doing hedge mazes elevated and on platforms. I think it looks ridiculous. So we're going to end by building some bumper cars. So if that's not exciting to you, I'll see you guys next time. But I'm going to go ahead and build this real quick. So if you want to hang around and stay in chat, you can. It'd be awesome if you did. Okay, so we need to find a spot for this. And I'm kind of running out of places to put things in this park. It's all... There's room, but it's all angled. I guess I could put something... I'd have to delete a few trees. But if I put something back here... Yeah, I can make that work. I'm going to have to get rid of a few of these. Quite a few, actually. But if we put this right here... I think we got rid of all of our trees. That support looks so bad. Come here, move one to the side. Is that tree in our way as well as that one? And that should be good now. Okay, so we're gonna do our entrance off to the side here. And then the exit will exit right back out on... Oh, no it won't. Exit will go back here. And then go up one to connect to this path. I think. Yeah, there's just a tree in my way. Okay, that's not the elevation I thought it was, but can this guy already cover it? Yes, he can. Awesome. And then let's get this entrance going, and we will be done. I like building gentle and thrill rides. They're so easy to do, and they make a decent amount of money, but for the amount of work they are, it's easy money. You just build it and boom, you're done. Ooh, we can up the duration. How long can they be in here? 3 minutes? Whew. That's gonna be a while. Oh, look at that, 390 for bumper cars. That is incredible. That is entirely because of how long we let them stay on it for. I do like those yellow bumper cars. It looks like they're yellow and red. We'll do yellow and yellow. Oh, those are different colors of yellow. Oh, well, you can't really see it. And then the gray is the side, the bottom portion there, the fencing. So let's do that dark blue there as well. That's cool looking. And then the gray, I think, is the color of the floor? What does that change the color of? Oh, the kind of lattice. I don't know if that's the word for it. The trellis, the supports there on the side. What if we do blue there as well? Blue everything. I like it. And what did we say this was the color? Oh, the roof. That's the same blue, but it doesn't look the same. That looks way better. Okay. Ooh, I need... bumping the beat, because a beat is a musical term. Bumping the beat. I like it. 390. All right. And the music is perfect. Okay, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. This one's probably going to be a little shorter than what we're used to. But I think that's okay. And oh my goodness, this is popular. But yeah, this will be shorter. Next episode will probably be shorter as well. We've got 3 months left in this park, and then we'll kind of take a look at our next park. I don't honestly know what next park is, so it'll be just as much of a surprise to you as it is to me. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you in the next episode, and until then, take care.